Yes, I will.
400 plus years of atrocious acts. We suffering PTSD throughout our generations from the trauma and war crimes committed against us. We still being lynched. We still being hunted. We still oppressed. Kissing our boots is the least you devils can do. Gotta watch my step, cause our enemies cowardly creep. And they hunt us when we go on the streets, full of lies and deceit. See the beast trying to devour the sheep. Wicked devils love to prey on the weak. So you gotta be wise and see the lies and their philosophies. Living out these biblical prophecies. They press their knees on the dying man. We went from chains to prison, and from the pot to a frying pan. At the border, families torn apart. These crackers gotta suffer, Lord forgive me for my corner thoughts. They hung us while they took our ladies to rape, then turned around and used our babies for bait. I can't think straight. How much more it's gonna take? They evil crimes justify the hate. Nigga, that's the proof. I thank the Lord for this truth. I tell these crackers this what they can do. Devil kiss our boots. Do what the scriptures say to do, so my people know these prophecies are true. Devil kiss our boots. And show an act of humility. 400 plus years of captivity. Kiss our boots. For all the pain and oppression. For all the lies and deception. Devil kiss our boots. Get on your knees and your hands and lick up the dust, you understand?
Hey yo, I don't think they understand. We Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, mic in my hand. These heathen nations, they gon' serve us and bow down. In Texas, we gon' milk these Gentiles, it's Cowtown. Israelites gon' take the kingdom, Esau in trouble too. You quick to say that to my brother, we gon' be lords over you. You a liar and a thief, you gon' have to pay for that. You a dog, get on all fours, you a snake, a rat. You gon' learn to follow orders from these priests and prophets. Righteousness gon' cover the earth and can't no devil stop it. You say you sorry, but I ain't got nothing to say to you till you apologize the way the Bible tell you to. And I don't give a damn about your little children. All the love I got go to my nation that we building. The sons that afflicted us, they gon' bend the knee and behave. Bow down before the children are swaying.
Devil kiss our boots. Do what the scriptures say to do, so my people know these prophecies are true. Devil kiss our boots. And show an act of humility. 400 plus years of captivity. Kiss our boots. For all the pain and oppression. For all the lies and deception. Devil kiss our boots. Get on your knees and your hands and lick up the dust, you understand? This place completely a circle. Defeat the purpose and them demons are lurking. I see my people hurting. I pray the Lord send them evils and curses and cut our enemies no slack. We know remorse, they shoot us in our back. We in the midst of snares. Don't dare make any fault. And forget about them lies that you were taught. We no regard for the old, no show favor for our youth. These devils using us for talking practice like we bulletproof. Commit mass genocide, or they throw us all in cages to the neighborhoods and gentrify. Prepare slaughter for their crimes. It's a death offense, and vengeance is the Lord. They for sure get their recompense. Here is the patience and the faith. They evil crimes justify the hate. Nigga, that's the proof. I thank the Lord for this truth. I tell these crackers this what they can do. Devil kiss our boots.
Go ahead and clap it up, clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And tonight is the Tuesday Brotherhood class, man. And if you can see the title, you'll see the title says it's okay to love your own. See, the problem that we have right now is we too busy loving the other people. We're loving our oppressor. We're loving the people that hate us. It's okay to love your own people, man. It's okay for you to gather yourself. Go to Zephaniah 2:1. We're going to go ahead and start there because everything that's going on in the world right now is clearly showing why you need to love your own people and stop loving the oppressor, because the oppressor is doing nothing but showing you who they truly was from the beginning. See, the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA, we told you to watch out for these oppressors. We told you don't trust them. Because we knew for a fact it was only a matter of time before they showed their true selves again. Everybody wanted to forgive them. Everybody wanted to be hand in hand with them. And now look what's going on, man. They coming to schools, interrupting graduations to take our people and lock them in cages. There was 2 kids that was in their graduation. After their graduation, ICE came and got them. Like, we got to watch out for these things, man. ICE is everywhere right now, getting our brothers and our sisters and transporting them to these camps and all that before they deport them. Why they not in Chinatown? Why they not getting these Africans that's coming over here? Why they not getting these East Indians and these Arabs that y'all sat here and let them come over here because they was running from the Taliban? Why are they messing with the Hispanic brothers and sisters? Why are they messing with the Guatemalan brothers and sisters, the Colombian brothers and sisters? Why are you messing with my brothers and my sisters who I was taught to love when I got into the I.S.U.P.K? Why you don't leave them alone, man? This was their land. This is their home. Y'all made it a place that's no longer theirs, but it's been theirs from the jump. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
See right here, man. We all know this. Do you know how many times this scripture is always pulled? Hearing the truth. It's always pulled for a reason. It's pulled because we need to gather ourselves together. The Bible said it so many times. It said, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation that's not desired. If you clearly don't see that you are the nation is not desired, bro, you're in a fantasy world. You are in a deep sleep. It's time for you to wake up. Who's getting hurt out here in this world? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Who do we have to sit here and protect? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have to protect ourselves and our children because they are being targeted as well. If we would gather ourselves together, O nation that's not desired, and stop trying to be hand in hand with these oppressors, we could be in a better place. But we're not in a better place because everything that we have is joined with them. It's time for us to not be gathered and joined with our oppressors anymore. It's time for us to separate. It's time for us to love one another. Again, it's okay for you to love your own. You don't have to love them. They got enough love in this world. That's the reason why everybody in the 12 tribes of Israel, that's why we in hell. Because we love the people that love to hurt us. We love the people that made it okay to whip your ancestors. We love the people that made it okay for them to sit here and hang your ancestors. You love the people that's sitting here taking kids and taking your brothers and sisters and locking them in cages and deporting them back to places that they could easily die. They left over there. They left Mexico. They left those horrible places to look for a better life in the land that was already theirs, that you just now put a wall and a border on. But it was theirs. They came here to do better. Mind you, we're not taking away from the fact that there's some people that came over here and they decided to do wrong. Because they took upon themselves the culture of their oppressor. They started doing the same thing that their oppressors have done to them for so long. They started doing it, which was evil. It was evil when your oppressor did it, and it's evil that you're doing it as well. That makes you more of a target, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Gather yourselves together and depart away from your oppressor. And don't do any of his things. Don't sit here and try to be like your oppressor. Be the 12 tribes of Israel. Be Christ-like. this cat right here, brother. I tell you. Let's go ahead and drop that out. Let's go to Genesis 25 and 23. I'm gonna show you in the Bible that we were never supposed to be joined hand in hand with these oppressors, man. It's never been that way. And see, that's the problem, man. We stopped to do other things, and we sitting here living a life we're not supposed to be living. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
To what?
2 nations are in thy womb.
We all know that this is the story about Jacob and Esau being in their mother's womb, right?
Okay.
Keep reading.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated.
Shall be what?
Separated.
So if there's 2 manner of people that should be separated, what is that saying right off the rip? They're still in the womb. But right in the Bible is already letting you know that these two manner of people that's in here, they're not going to be together. They're going to be separated from one another. They're going to be pulled apart. They're going to be severed from one another. Go ahead and keep reading.
Separated from thy bowels.
Separated from when?
From thy bowels.
So that's straight out the womb. Keep going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
And not only are they going to be separated, but one set of people will be stronger than another. Keep reading.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
So if everybody know about Jacob and Esau, they know that Esau is the older brother. Esau came out first and Jacob was holding the heels, right? So if that's the case, right here it says that the older brother would do what?
Shall serve the younger.
The older brother would serve the younger. So there's 2 nations in her womb. There's Esau, which is the progenitor of the Caucasian race. Mm-hmm. And then you have Jacob, which name later was changed into Israel, which is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? And when they came out the womb, what were they supposed to be? Separated from the womb. And one was going to be greater than the other, and the older was going to serve the younger. Now, if we just talk about just regular facts, let's just talk facts for a moment. Who's stronger out of the 12 tribes of Israel or Edomites? Israel. Off the bat. So that's letting you know who is supposed to be the stronger. And the elder is supposed to serve the younger, right?
Okay.
But in the world we living in right now, who's serving who?
The younger serving the elder.
The younger is serving the elder. Why is that? Go ahead.
Because of crafty counsel and because of what they've done to us.
Right. Because we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Go to Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we would be on top right now if we would just serve the Lord. We wouldn't have to worry about all these things going on and happening if we would follow our God, which is the Most High God. If we wouldn't try to take upon ourselves all these other nations and what they say do and what they're doing and their drugs and their alcoholism and their cultures, if we wasn't sitting here doing all that, we could be on high. We could be above them. But the problem is we wanted to be just like them. We was always meant to be better. That's why they can't stand us in sports. That's why they can't stand us in a courtroom. They don't want to see us in courtrooms. They don't, bro, who can argue better than a black woman or a black man Who can argue better than a Hispanic woman and a Hispanic man? Who can cook better than the 12 tribes of Israel?
Nobody.
No, nobody. I'm telling you right now, in a courtroom, you don't want to see a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian in a courtroom. That's open and shut. The only way that we gonna lose that in that courtroom is if the judge helping out the other. But that's why do you think that they've done the court system the way that they've done it? They're controlling everything because naturally we're better than them. When it comes down to cooking, when it comes down to sports, when it comes down to anything, we are better than our oppressor. But see, this is also the problem with that as well. It's a double-edged sword. The good thing is we're better than them in everything, but it's also a bad thing. Because what we're also better than them at is sitting here and doing what our Father told us not to do. Our Father told us that we shouldn't be around here sleeping with whores. We shouldn't be whoring out our women. We shouldn't be sitting here going to the strip clubs and making it rain, selling drugs in our community, sitting here unaliving one another, sitting here just making a mockery of the law, statutes, and commandments. But because we're the best in everything, we decided to take on our oppressors' laws and disrespect our Father. Go ahead and read 4 and 5. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you the statutes behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Keep reading.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Keep therefore and do what?
And do them.
Keep going.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding.
What is your wisdom and understanding?
Doing the law, statutes, and commandments.
See, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians understand this. All your wisdom is right there in front of your face in this Bible. The law, statutes, and commandments. The law, statutes, and commandments is your wisdom. The Bible is telling you that. Keep going.
In the sight of the nations.
In the sight of what?
The nations.
So if you want to be above all these other nations and you want the Lord to have your back and protect you, you just need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Because you simply doing that is going to put you above all them. Because they are lawless beings. They don't sit here and follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Why do you think they eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster? Why do you think that they taught you to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster? They don't care about their health. Why do you think they sit here and you got, bro, do you know how many corporate Edomites are addicted to cocaine? Or addicted to meth? Like, we ain't gonna even talk about marijuana because marijuana is the least of their worries. Bro, they're addicted to them hard drugs. They'll do them and go to work like nothing happened. They'll sit here and snort some powder and then go and act like ain't nothing happened. That's just their daily living. And you're hanging around them and they're teaching you their way. And then you wonder why you sitting up in a corner somewhere selling your body for the next crack rock. Because you're sitting here with a lawless person picking up their bad habits, and you don't realize that you have judgment that comes along with that. Understand this, man. Your wisdom comes by you following the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's what we need to do. Because go to 1 Peter 2 and 9. Matter of fact, no, stop. Go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We'll stay in Deuteronomy real quick. This is the problem, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't know who we are. Not only do we not know who we are, we don't sit here and even try to go find out who we are. We don't even sit here and wonder, you know what, man? Who am I? Not who they say that I am, but who am I? Because if you actually go look to see who you are in this Bible, it tells you exactly who you are. The 12 tribes of Israel is this. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
The 12 tribes of Israel are what?
An holy people.
Keep reading.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Unto who?
Unto himself.
See, look, 12 tribes of Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Understand this, the Lord thy God has chosen you to be a special people unto himself. Did he choose everybody? Or did he choose the 12 tribes of Israel? He chose Israel. He could have chose whoever he felt like choosing. But he chose Israel. He chose to make a covenant with our forefathers. He chose us over everybody. So now it's time for us to choose him over everybody. Go ahead and keep reading.
Special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Next to all people.
Above all people.
See, this is something that most Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is what y'all look over, especially in the Christian church. Y'all look over the fact that we are not equal to nobody else on the face of this earth. The 12 tribes of Israel, if we will hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe and do all his commandments, we would be that holy, set apart people that he said that are special unto himself above all nations on the face of this earth. Not next to, not beneath, not underneath, but above all nations. And that's the problem. The reason why we're not at the top is because we don't understand who we are. You don't know how to love your own kind. You don't know how to love yourself enough to put down the drugs, to put down those childish things, to put down the gang banging rags. Like, bro, do you know right now there's a bunch of protests going on? Why is there a bunch of protesting going on right now? Because our people are being taken. ICE is taking our people everywhere, going any and everywhere just to get our people and deport them. I just got a question. Why didn't they do that? Why don't they match and keep that same energy for all them people that they took and brought over here? If I'm not mistaken, didn't they bring a whole plane full of East Indians over here? Why don't y'all have that same energy? Why don't you all deport them back? Y'all sat here. The craziest thing about it is they left all those missiles. They left all those tanks and weapons and all kind of things over there. But yet you took them and brought them over here. See, that's the problem. Y'all pick and choose who can be over here. Oh, y'all like the East Indians, but the Hispanics got to go. Why? Oh, y'all like the Chinese, but them Haitians and them Jamaicans, oh, they got to go. Why? Y'all just want to keep us divided. Y'all leaving everybody that's with you. See, the reason why these East Indians can stay is because they already hand in hand with those oppressors. They hand in hand with the Edomites. And you wonder why we say the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You wonder why we say that the Edomites are the biggest deceivers on the face of this earth. Because they sit here and make things sound so good. They sit here and it's just hand in hand joy and love and peace and harmony. You know, we'll let y'all come over here and become construction workers, and y'all working on these roads for us and making these buildings look so glorious like only the 12 tribes of Israel can do. But when you're done with us, then all of a sudden go back to where you came from. Why is ICE not in Chinatown? There's a Chinatown in everywhere you go. Only thing ICE got to do is go to Chinatown and you'll see a bunch of illegal immigrants over here. Go in them Chinatowns and take them Chinese, them Vietnamese people. Why don't y'all take them and put them back where they belong? Why don't you put them East Indians back where they belong? Why are you touching my brothers? Why are you touching my sister? Why are you touching my family? You want to know why? I'll show you why. Go to Job 9:24. This is the clear reason why they get to pick and choose who they're going to mess with and who they're going to let make it. The Bible tells you everything that you need to know, man. That's the craziest thing. A lot of people don't understand that the Bible sit here and tell you exactly what your oppressor is going to do. Tell you exactly what's about to happen. And tell you who to look out for, who to watch, who to beware, who to not trust. But because y'all so caught up in this Christian church, y'all so caught up in these Catholic churches with these priests that pick and choose what they want to teach y'all, y'all are missing out on so much wisdom and knowledge. That's the problem. Let me know once you get it out. What we got to worry about right now is this, man. The 12 tribes of Israel, we got to look out for one another. We got to protect one another, because if we don't protect one another, then we'll all get deported. We'll all be in jails. We'll all be in cages, because at the end of the day, they're showing you who they actually care for and who they don't. Go ahead and read that.
Book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked.
The earth right now is given into the hands of your oppressor. And the Bible says that your oppressor is what?
Wicked.
Wicked. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Keep reading.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Keep reading.
If not, where and who is he?
Understand this, man. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and to cover up the faces of the judges thereof. Who can sit here and do the most unaliving and don't really get any repercussions for it? It's only a couple of people. Because let me tell you something. I done seen plenty of videos where Esau, the Edomites, done sat here and unalived people, done sat here and assaulted people, done sat here and did all kind of wicked, evil things to the 12 tribes of Israel. And they didn't get arrested for it. They didn't go to jail for it. If I'm not mistaken, a while back, there was a video of a Moabite assaulting a black woman in a hair salon. That was a husband and a wife Moabite attacking a woman, hitting her with all kind of things, brooms and all kind of things, and fighting her. Were they locked up? Did they get locked up? What happened to them?
Nothing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And the fact of the matter is, it only happens like that because we don't stand for anything in a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. We don't stand for nothing. When our oppressor sits here and does things to us, what do? We sit back and be like, man, see, they shouldn't have told them. They shouldn't be messing with them, man. You got something you need to say, sis? Grab the microphone.
I was gonna say that all we do is complain about something, and when it's time to make a change, we don't do anything. And when Moab did that, all they had to do was put a sale sign on all of their products, and there was a line around the building full of our people. Instead of standing up saying that we ain't gonna take it, which that business should have been shut down for you abusing our people for any reason.
Give a sister a hand, man. Because that's the problem right there. That business should have been shut down. It should have, that line that was wrapped around shouldn't have been there because it was a for sale sign, 50% off on everything. That line should have been wrapped around there because they shouldn't have allowed anybody in that business. The same thing that's happening right now with our Hispanic brothers and sisters protesting in the streets. Like, that's how we need to be. We need to join hand in hand and stand up for our people. We need to stop falling back. We need to stop saying, man, they ain't got nothing to do with me, man. That's them, man. They got to deal with their own mess. Nah, man. Understand their mess is your mess. If it's dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel, bro, you got to have your brother and your sister's back. We haven't had each other's back this whole entire time, and that's the reason why they feel like they can do whatever to us. They feel like they're untouchable because we don't stand up for nothing, but we fall for everything. We fall for all their traps, all their snares, all their temptations. We fall for it all the time. But when it comes down to taking care of one another, we don't do that, man. It's time for us to love our own. It's time for us to come together and stand up. Stop trying to be hand in hand with these people. It's already told you that the world right now is given into the hands of the wicked. And they're covering up the faces of the judges thereof. Understand, everything that's going on right now is in the Bible. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to do even more. This is just the beginning of it. But how long are we going to hide? How long are we going to sit here and do nothing when they're doing whatever they feel like to us? It's time for us to gather ourselves together. It's time for us to learn these laws, statutes, and commandments so that way we can be on top again. Because understand this place is going to burn. When Judgment Day comes, and understand this, when Judgment Day comes, man, there's going to be a lot of changes. But as the 12 tribes of Israel, we got to be right. Because we're not right now. And this is the reason why we've been at the bottom. Because we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We're sitting here doing the same thing that our oppressor did for years and years. And then we're wondering why we're getting all these penitentiary numbers. We're getting the numbers and getting incarcerated for the same stuff that we've seen people do to others, or the same stuff we've seen people actually do to us. If that was a Black or a Hispanic or a Native Indian assaulting a Chinese, a East Indian, or an Edomite, bro, you would have been locked up. No questions asked. You would have been locked up immediately. There's not a for sale sign that you could have put in the window that's going to keep you from being locked up. So you know what we got to do? We got to make our own businesses. We got to have our own banks. We got to sit here and have our own society. So that way we don't have to deal with this no more. Salakia, brother. Let's go to Second Maccabees 7:31. Like, don't think the Lord don't see what's going on. The Lord sees everything that's going on. And he's turning up the fire. He's letting everything come to the forefront because he's sitting back and he's looking at it like, okay, well, maybe they're going to come together now. Maybe they're going to come together and follow me, follow my laws, statutes, and commandments, so that way I can be an adversary to your adversaries. I could be an enemy to your enemies. Everybody knows that we're going to get to that precept. We're going to get to that. Go ahead, read once you have that, brother. Con.
This is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 31 in the Apocrypha. And thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews.
Against who?
Against the Hebrews.
Understand this. Who has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrew?
Esau.
Esau. Who else?
Edom. Elamites.
Edomites. Ishmaelites. Canaanites. And the Hamites.
Cushites.
The Moabites. Yeah.
Ammonites.
Understand this. If you don't understand what all these ites that we're saying, the white man, Chinese man, the East Indian man, all them. Stop. Both of y'all. Those have been the authors of all mischief against the Hebrew. Keep reading.
Shall not escape the hands of God.
And understand this. Those people that's been the authors of all mischief, those people that sat here and taught our people to disobey the Lord, understand this. They're not going to escape out of the hands of the Most High. See, also understand this. You pastors, you're not exempt for it either. You're not exempt from it. You're next because you have been the author of mischief too. You Catholic priest, the Islam, the Nation of Islam, all you other fake Israelite groups and all these conscious and woke people, understand this. You're not far-fetched. You're not far-fetched. You have been an author of mischief as well against the Hebrew because you're teaching your people not to be them, not to be their true selves, followers of Christ, but you're teaching them to praise a stone. You're teaching them to don't worry about this. You know, you're gonna face Allah because Allah is the way. Understand this. The Most High God, He is the way, not what you want to teach. This Bible is letting you know exactly what you need. Understand this. You're going to keep doing that, and the Lord will deal with you. He's going to deal with you. It's only a matter of time. Go to Isaiah 48:10. Because this is where we at right now. This scripture right here is letting you know exactly where the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are right now. And this is going to show you what the Lord is doing. Go ahead and read once you have it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Right now, we are in the furnace of affliction. And the Lord is choosing the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. But he's not going to refine you with silver and gold. Understand this. When you want to take all the impurities out of a metal, what do you have to do first? You have to melt it down. When you melt down metal, what do? You scrape out all the impurities, because all the impurities come to the top. You scrape it off. And underneath all those impure minerals is what? Is pure metal right there. It's pure liquid metal. The Lord is refining us through the furnace of affliction. The Lord is saying, you know what? My people, those chosen people, that the 12 tribes of Israel, who I chose to be a special people unto themselves and unto myself, they're dirty right now. They're sitting here not doing what they're supposed to do. So you know what? This is how I got to refine them. I got to refine them through the furnace of affliction and take them through the fire so that way they can be pure again. Get them down. Go to 2 Timothy. Salakia. Go to 2 Timothy 1 and 7. We got to understand this, man. Even though right now it's showing you in this world that we're living in, we're dealing with the oppressor on our neck. We're dealing with people lying to us left and right. We're dealing with ICE coming in and deporting our brothers and sisters. Right now, it seems like the fire has just been turned up on us. But see, understand this. We should not be in fear. This is not where we're at right now. We should not be fearful. Like I said, we need to stand up. We need to gather ourselves together. We need to come together so that way we can sit here and be a nation the way that we're supposed to be. We need to come together. Go ahead and read once you got it out.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear,
Keep reading.
but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
See, right now, this is what we got to understand. The reason why we are fearful about everything that's going on is because we don't follow the Most High God. If we was followers of the Most High God, we wouldn't have the spirit of fear, because he didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us the spirit of what? Power, love, and a sound mind. Go to 1 John 4 and 18. If we would be following the law, statutes, and commandments, who could touch us? Who could deal with us? Nobody could do anything to us if we were followers of the Most High God's law. See, you wouldn't have to worry about the police coming up behind your car You wouldn't be scared if you didn't have drugs in your car. You wouldn't be scared if you wasn't drunk behind the wheel. If you followed the law, statutes, and commandments, couldn't nobody mess with you. Whatever they would try to do to mess with you, you would easily be able to debunk it. You'd be like, you know what? All right. The laws pulled up behind me. Okay. I know my registration good. I know for a fact I ain't got no warrants. I know for a fact I ain't got no tickets. I know for a fact I ain't got no drugs in the car. I know for a fact that I don't have no headlights, no tail lights, nothing mess up. So what they pulling me over for? You know what? All right, come on. You wouldn't have nothing to worry about. You make it so easy for our oppressor to mess with you and keep you in a place of fear because you don't follow the Most High God. You follow the will of your other father, the devil, the Edomites, the biggest deceivers on the face of this earth. That's who you follow. Go ahead and read once you had it out.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear.
What is the perfect love? What is perfect love?
Following law, statutes, and commandments.
The law, statutes, and commandments is perfect love. If you don't believe it, we can definitely show you. Go to 1 John 5 and 3.
Come. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Understand this. If you would follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you would have no fear. Because fear only comes when you're doing wrong. Love is following the law, statutes, and commandments. Perfect love is doing the law, statutes, and commandments even when somebody's looking at you or when somebody's not looking at you. That's your integrity. Go back to 1 John 4 and 18 and read that last part. Go ahead.
He that feareth, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
Understand this, like I just said, the reason why we're fearful right now is because we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We're not made in perfect love. And we have to know who to blame for that. The people to blame are the deceivers, are the oppressors, and their puppets. These people, these community leaders, these religious leaders that we have, they're the puppets of your oppressor. Your oppressor is the puppet masters, and these religious leaders and these head community honchos and all that, there are the puppets. Why do you think in every church, every time a new law passes for this world, they just jump to it? They are confusing our people. Because one moment you say it's an abomination for a man to be with a man and a woman to be with a woman, and then the next second, you're actually marrying them. Our people are confused. And they shouldn't be confused. Because you should be leading our people correctly. But see, that's why the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA is here. We're here to let our people know, don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Don't sit here and be a drug addict. Don't sit here and sell drugs in your community. Don't sit here and be a hypocrite. Don't sit here and be a coward. Stand up for something. And not only are we telling our people don't do these things, but we're helping our people get off of drugs. We're helping our people find jobs. We're helping our people find themselves and finding what they truly are supposed to be doing. Where else can we go? We can't go nowhere else because everywhere else is there to destroy us. You can't go to the church. The church is here to take your money. And then after they get done taking your money and taking your child innocence, then they just send you right back out there to the streets. It's time for us to gather ourselves together on nation that's not desired, man. It's time for us to love one another. It's time for us to stop thinking that, you know what, them Hispanic brothers and sisters, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Yes, they do. They have everything to do with you. And if you would stand next to them and stand up for them and stand up for them being here and not taken by ICE, then maybe we could be something. That's why I love being in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We stand up for our people. We tell our people when they're wrong, and we help our people. We clothe our people. We feed our people. We give them everything we can. I done seen priests and prophets out on the street tell somebody, you know what, hey, brother, you cold? Here, take my jacket. Where else are you getting that from? Where else are you seeing that? You know what, brother? Hey, brother, you hungry? You know what? Here, this is my food. You can have my food. That's true love. You love your people so much that I will sacrifice so that way they can have something. You wasn't taught that in that church. Only the 12 tribes of Israel can make it where we all feel strong. If you a black man and you see a Hispanic man, man, that's your brother. Tell your brother, know what? Hey, bro, we with you. Not only say that I'm with you, but show him I got your back. If you a Hispanic man or Native Indian man and you see a black man, man, tell him, hey, bro, we got you. We together, man. Stop being selfish. You sit here and you hold hands with the oppressor. You sitting here helping them. Why you can't help your own kind? Just because he's stiff-necked like you stiff-necked don't mean that you don't help him. That's how you know that that's your brother. Because family fight more than anybody else. It's time for us to love one another, man. It's time for us to gather ourselves together. Go to Exodus 23 and 22. There's a reason why we're sitting here saying, follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Sit here and choose the Most High God. Sit here and do all the things that he's telling you to do. Because you can't sit here and only, like, it's going to take more than you to fight this government. It's going to take more than you to fight everything that's going on. Because everything that's going on is not only physical, but it's also spiritual. But I know one person that nobody's arms is long enough to fight. And that's the Most High. And the Most High has always told his people how to win a war. And the only way you can win a war is by following him. Go ahead and read.
23 and 22.
Come on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, Verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries.
But what do you have to do? What did it say first that you had to do?
Obey his voice.
Obey whose voice?
Yahweh's, God.
You had to obey the Most High's voice. And the Most High is letting you know to do what? To be in perfect love, which means following the law, statutes, and commandments. Because if you were following the law, statutes, and commandments, then he says what?
I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
He will be an enemy unto all of your enemies and an adversary unto all your adversaries. If you really want help, if you really want to see a change and be a change, then that means you have to sit here and follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way the Lord is going to help us in this time. Understand this, we don't have too much more time. So you're going to wait till the last minute and then scream out, oh Lord, you know, I've been a follower of you. You know, no, the Lord not having that. You're going to have to deal with a lot of stuff that's going on because you are choosing not to follow him. You are choosing to follow your own selfish needs. The Lord is letting you know, man, I'll be an enemy unto your enemies. The only thing you got to do is come and follow me. Once you come and follow me, I'll be an enemy to your enemies. I'll help you out. I'll have your back. I'll sit here and make it where you don't ever have to worry about them again. But you got to stop doing what you feel like doing and follow what I'm telling you to do. That sounds like a father to me. That sounds like somebody that actually truly loves his people. He's letting you know, man, I love y'all, but y'all don't love me. And the reason why you don't love me is because I told you to love not the world, neither the things that are in this world. And because you follow your father, who is the oppressor, who is the devil, the deceiver, you're not following me. So now the same thing that would happen to them is happening to you, but it's happening to you tenfold. Because I told you, I taught you these law statutes. I told you exactly what to do, and you're choosing not to do it. So now I got to discipline you. I'm not worried about those other kids that's down the street that parents told them they can stay out all night. I told you to come in at a certain time. Like, y'all don't understand that that's what's happening. The Most High is our Father. And the Most High has told us that it is time for us to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what's been in this Bible this whole entire time. In Deuteronomy, it said, hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments that I command you this day to do. He told you straight up and down, this is what I'm telling you to do it. And if you disobey it, then what they say was going to happen if you disobey?
All these curses come upon you.
All these curses. You can do exactly what I'm telling you to do, and I got you. Or you could do what you feel like doing, and I'm going to discipline you. And what did we choose as a nation, as the 12 tribes of Israel? What did we choose to do for the longest time?
What he told us not to do.
We chose to tell the Most High God, we chose to tell our Father, you know what? I hear you, Pops, but I don't want to do that. I want the curses. As a people, when are we going to choose and tell the Most High God, you know what? Hey, Father, you know what? Salakia, Dad. Salakia, Father. I'm gonna go ahead and do what you told me to do so that way you can be an enemy unto my enemies and an adversary unto my adversaries. Let's go to the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. This is what we need, man. We need to go ahead and start following the law, statutes, and commandments. If we separate ourselves from these oppressors, if we sit here and hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, do his law, statutes, and commandments, and do it and strive to be perfect with it, we wouldn't have no fear. We wouldn't have nothing to worry about. We will be on top instead of the bottom. And understand the reason why we will be on top is because the Lord already chose us to be on top. He's just waiting for us to do what we're supposed to do so that way he can go ahead and step in and destroy everything else in our way. Go ahead and read on.
This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves.
If we would do what?
Humble themselves.
If it says, if my people, who was what?
Called by my name.
Called by his name. See, you see how possessive that is? It says, if my people. It didn't say everybody. It said, if my people who are called by my name. See, you can't sit here and tell me this Bible is for everybody. It's talking very direct. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and do what?
And pray.
Keep going.
And seek my face.
And seek his face. See, we're around here looking for everything besides the Most High God. And for those that's looking for the Most High God, you're looking all in the wrong places. I got one surefire place that I know for a fact the Most High is in here. Because I done seen him sit here and change too many lives in this one place. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man, I done seen miracles. I done seen drug addicts be drug addicts no more. I done seen alcoholics stop being alcoholics. I done seen drug dealers not sell drugs anymore. I done seen people that did all kind of wickedness in this world change and be somebody that the Lord can be proud of. But the first thing you got to do is what the Bible said. You got to seek the Most High's face. You got to humble yourself. You got to pray and seek his face and keep reading.
And turn from their wicked ways.
And turn from your wicked ways. You have to choose who you are going to be with, man. You have to choose the Lord over everything. Once you do that, then what?
Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin.
Bro, it's time for us to do the right thing. It's time for us to do what the Lord wants us to do and what he's been telling us to do. So that way we don't have to worry about fearing. We don't have to worry about this government turning against us and doing all kind of wickedness to us. If we would follow the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, if we would seek his face, if we would sit here and do everything we can the same way we do it for evil, do it for good, the Most High God will have everything under his control. We won't have to worry about anything at all. And that's where we should be at. And with that, We're going to say Imajim, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahal Ba'ashim Yahweh Barakatah, Yakim Matah, Sar, which means face the sister. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atah Ba'ashim Yahweh Yakim Matah. Class dismissed.